Welcome along and welcome back to Attingham Park. Today we have an awful lot of seeding to do. We are still down at field 12. We need to get all of the barley and the canola planted by the end of the day, so we've got a lot of work to do. Thankfully we have a few tools that will be able to help us today, because it is not just the barley and the canola that we need to get sorted. We need to roll field 12A as well, so we're going to get the county doing that. We're going to go and grab a roller in a minute, but first I want to go and get my 7810 here started on doing some seeding on 12B, which brings me to the second tool we've got today that should really help us out, and that is custom fields for courseplay. So thank you to Steel Horse, Carl Wade, and Max Sandsquid, who all discussed this in the comments for the last video. And the fact that we can define custom fields for our field 12. So I've been playing around with that a little bit. I've had a little bit of fun trying to set it up and trying to get it all to work. So we'll see if that continues to be the case now as we head over here and we try to sort this out. Something else I should point out, you can see that the cables, the connectors here, are missing from the tractor to the seed drill. And I've got a little problem with manual attach in this as well, in that I can't detach any hoses and therefore can't detach the seeder. Seems to be because manual attach isn't recognizing which vehicle is being detached. So if anybody has come across that issue before or has any idea how it might be solved, please let us know in the comments. It would be massively helpful to be able to detach this without having to pop out, turn off manual attach and then pop back in to get it to do it. It would be absolutely great if anybody can help with that. So as per last time, we need to turn off the automatic seed rate. We also need to make sure the automatic application rate is off. That is the case. Seeds on here we want to be doing. So we need to reduce the amount of fertilizer. Silty clay and canola doesn't like large amounts of fertilizer, so we'll drop that down there like that. We'll close that up again. And we've got the right seed application rate, so that's all good news. Now we just need to pop into here and sort out courseplay. So you can see here I've defined a field. I've defined field 12B. So I initially drew a rough outline. I then went in and edited the custom field. And I love this feature. So you can come in here, edit a course, and you can move the points around. So I've been around the field. I've moved all the points up to the edge. So this should now just do this field, which is pretty brilliant. And so now we have our course perfectly set up for field 12B. What I can do is I can create job. We can create a course play field job, so that there we are in the right field position. Right, and then we open the course generator. I am going to use one tool. We're going to do two headlands. We're going to start with the center of the field. I'm going to turn in the corners. Hopefully that should be fine. Headland direction clockwise. Yep, that's fine. And overlap is 7%. Up, downs, and no islands to bypass. Let's generate a fieldwork course. And there we go. There is our fieldwork course. Fantastic. So it's going to start in the bottom corner and then work its way around. So let's head out of here. And yeah, it's going to finish in this corner facing that way. And on our way over here, it actually looks like we need to up this application rate a little bit. So let's do that. It is going to be 160 kilograms per hectare, but that should be all right. It's not too bad. Right. So to here, we'll bring up courseplay. And we're going for first waypoint. We are doing canola, so that's correct. And away we go. And this should head off from there and just get the job going. We're probably going to have to get more seeds, but we'll see how it goes. It's not going down too fast at the moment, so that is good news. In the meantime, we're going to go and take the county and head... Oh, I don't think we've got any more seed. We're going to take the county and head over to the shop, see if we can rent ourselves, I think, a roller and start getting field 12A rolled. So in we come round. Yeah, the turning circle on this county is fairly horrible. And park her up, and we should be able to get a roller fairly cheaply, I think. Certainly renting it, we should be able to do it fairly cheaply. So we have got these in here, actually. These HMR2s, which is what I was thinking of going with. I want that one. We want the Cambridge rollers, folding left, folding right. We want folding arms, and I want to try and do this. Well, one of these is going to be actually fairly cheap to get. What's the width on it? 2 meters. No, we are going to have to get 3 of these. Main color, we will go with... I think I might go with the Feurer blue. And the roller color, we will go with a white. Yep, I like that. So we will lease one of those. 387. Yeah, this is going to be nice and cheap. So we'll lease that one, and then what I want to do is turn the folding arms off completely and lease 2 more. Yes, okay, and yes, okay. Right, and that should then be exactly what we're after. 3 rollers that we can hook up and then hook side by side and get sorted. Right, okay. So let's hook up this one first. Get that hooked to the back one, and then we'll take all of these into the overall. There we go. 3 rollers all hooked up. Let's take them down the road, which probably we shouldn't do, and see if we can start getting this field or field 12A rolled and done. So we get these down to the field here, and what I want to do is try to disconnect that one. We will unfold this roller like so. We'll then disconnect that there. And then I want to try and place the 2 other rollers sort of in the right place to get hooked up. So that's going to be a little bit of fun. Actually, where I've parked that is not perfect. Let's just reconnect that. Move that forwards a little bit. Give myself enough space to maneuver. Right. And then we should be able to go and grab the other 2, put them in the right place, or just try and position them in the right place to get them hooked up. And that hopefully will work. Disconnect that one. And then place it about as far outside as I can get it. Oh, because they're so close to where the tractor is, it's almost like reversing a dolly trailer to get these where you want them. And certainly I'm not looking to do any reversing once these 3 are all hooked up in full formation. It is just going to be an absolute pain to try and reverse 3 rollers. But this should give us a good 5 meter width, I think. So that will be good. And will keep us going. And hopefully we'll got these at enough width and in a good enough position to get them all to hook up. Right, let's try that there. Yep, that's going to hook up, and that's going to hook up. Absolutely perfect. Right, let's go. 3 rollers. Oh, in fact, this might even be a 6 meter. Perfect. Now, is that destroying my crop, or is that actually sorting us? Yeah, that's sorting us. So from here, we want to check the needs rolling. Perfect. The crop is still there, and we're all good. Right, away we go. Said it a few times before, but the turning circle on this lizard sucks. And when you're running a set of rollers like this, you can't reverse. I'm having to take a really big turn on the ends of the field. I think we're going to have to, over time, see if we can get a maybe slightly less higher powered 4th tractor for the farm. Maybe a 7610 or something like that. Something that we can do this kind of job with, that we're not then having to rely on maybe our 3000 series tractor to do this kind of job, especially when that's sitting out on a field loading stuff. It's really annoying to try and be making sharp turns and getting around for the next row in this tractor. It is great for doing field work and great for preparing our fields and things. Maybe I could have got it on the seeding, because the seeding we can maneuver more with. But it is just a little bit difficult to get exactly where I want it to for doing this rolling, especially when we come to the next bit of the field, actually. At the far end here, and we get really close to the hedge. I'm gonna find it really difficult to turn this around. I'm keeping a close eye on the seeder at the moment, because we're getting lower on fertilizer. It's using fertilizer fairly quickly, which isn't a huge problem. We're also getting lower on seeds as well, so I want to make sure that we don't end up with an issue where the field doesn't get fertilized. Let's just turn this around, and then we can go and have a look at that. But yeah, I don't want to be in a situation where it's seeding and not fertilizing, because we need to get the fertilization levels up on these fields as much as we possibly can. So let's get this back on course. So back on 90 degrees, and then we have a look in here. Yeah, so we are still fertilizing with that down there. So that's good. Our fields are looking very nice, and we should be running okay. Just got to keep an eye on things. Here, however, is the tricky part for us doing the rolling. We've got to avoid the end of that there. Take our nice big turnaround. In this area here. Yeah, don't have access because this is not mine. And oh, yeah, that's what I feared. So this is where reversing these things is just horrible. Look at that. They turn on a dime the other way. They just get so stuck going round, and then it's just, yeah. Right, we're gonna straighten it out, and even going straight back. Watch this. Just immediately they're going opposite ways. Such oh wow. Yeah, never seen anything do that. Just split like that. So yeah, they're annoying to reverse, really difficult, and the turning circle on this tractor does not help. But we've got round, we're back on, and we're back to doing some rolling. We should get this done, and then we'll just continue on, hopefully, to 12B when the seeding's finished over there. We're down to 10 liters of seed. So when the fertilizer. So when this has turned around and has got itself in the right position, what I'm going to do is just stop our hired worker at that point and fill up the fertilizer, because we need to make sure, as I said, that that continues. So we'll let it get done, start off, and we will stop it there. Then want to reverse it up. Right, that'll do. And we will open up the back and go and grab a bag of seed from over here. We want to grab the larger bag, I think. The little bag only has about 19 liters in it. Oh no, leave it running. Oh, it takes forever for this to start up again. Yeah, back it off. There we go. And yeah, we'll grab the bigger bag, because the small bag is it's only got about 19 liters in, if I remember. But we're gonna have to run this back to the yard, and well, we may even have to run it up to the shop and grab a load of seed, because I think we might even be out of it in our shed, which would not be good. Right, let's just plonk that in there. Like so. Perfect. And then this can get going again. Load it up. Close it down. Get this. And we want nearest waypoint. And away you go. And hopefully that shouldn't leave us with any scaps. Good. It's not going to be going for very much longer, though, because we've only got 58 liters, 50 odd liters left of seed. So, yeah, we need to go and grab some seed. Thankfully, we still have 3 bags of seed here in the shed, so I'm just going to grab it on the hook and take it out to the field. We're not going to need all 3 bags to finish what we're doing on field 12B today. We are going to, we're going to possibly need it when we get a little bit closer. But at the moment, I think we're all right. And with our 7810 turning round, that's going to be perfect. Right, let's get that. Let's get into this. Still got 28 liters of seed, thankfully. Will that open up? Or do I need to wait for them? No, I'm going to have to wait for them. Okay, so the start of the row, we will stop them there. Like so. That was a little bit weird. It didn't. I had to actually take the hired worker off it. I've lost control of the... let's try that. Huh. I've lost control of the... whole thing. Oh, that's because I'm jumped into the Massey. That's interesting. So it's got the Kubota passenger script in, and I have it. But yeah, I jumped into the Massey at the back. That was weird. But it's sort of. I wonder if that's what's interfering. Whether there's something there that's causing a weirdness. That means manual attach isn't working. It's an odd one, really. Let's get the seed in. That should be enough seed to do the rest of the field, because, well, we only had 138 liters in last time, and that was easily enough to sort the rest, or sort, what, about halfway through the field where we are at the moment. I think we're heading for a field of sorghum on our current wheat field, on field 1. I don't see how right now we're going to get this field finished and field 3 and field 1. So I think we're going to end up seeding field 1 next time with sorghum. Let's close that up, bring that up, and away we go. Perfect. Our seeder is off again. And yeah, still doing canola. Getting to the point now where I have a lot less space. So what I'm having to do is in these headlands, I'm turning earlier, trying to make sure that I have some overlap, and then heading back onto the field, and it seems to be working for the most part. I'm gonna have a little bit of cleaning up to do on this headland, I think, but mostly we're doing fairly well. We are coming to the end of this field here, which is good news. We are not quite there yet with the cedar, which is less good news, but it is doing okay. It is getting through there with the canola, and hopefully we're going to be in a position where it finishes in the not too distant future. What we're probably going to do in the meantime is try and work out what other jobs need doing in the next couple of days. I think we're going to have to go and do a contract. I think it's unavoidable at this point. There is very little money in the pot, and we have got to buy a whole load of lime to do both field 12C and field 6. So both of those need liming before we can go any further with them. And they need seeding in the very near future as well. So while we get the seeder going on field 1 next time, I expect we'll have to go and get some lime and get things sorted on our other 2 fields, because we have until the end of next month to get our sorghum planted. So yeah, any way I look at it, it's all pretty tight. Yeah, it's soybeans we're gonna look at putting into field 1, isn't it? That's what we're gonna have to look into doing there. Wow, massively off the end of that track, but we can clear that up next time. That'll be fine. On the last little section up to our divide here, and this should be pretty good. Now that we've got Courseplay in a position where it can sort out those bits, that's really good. It means that we can properly run these as separate fields. We'll be able to get Courseplay to do what we want on it as separate fields as well, which is great news. And yeah, we'll be just in a wonderful position going forwards to make sure that we can actually harvest field 12 as 3 separate fields. I can't turn around in that space. Oh, just do not have enough turn circle with this tractor. It is so bad for that. Right, and I do keep going on about that, but we got a little bit of cleanup to do here. I've got a row there to do, and then come back and into that corner. So we'll get this cleared up. Doesn't mean I've got to turn on the field here, but it's kind of all over the place in this corner because of what we've had to do. And it's fine anyway. So let's bring that round and finish this off. And then see if we can get this into this corner here. Or there. And yes, it's done that section a little bit too, but that's all right. I'll pull beyond that tractor there. And we can stop this. Because, yeah, that tractor there has a little way more to go. And it does worry me slightly. Our timing is pretty good, though, because this is down to, well, the last 16 litres of fertilizer. So we need to stop it and open it up. I have taken the time down to 5 times because I would like to get these fields done today. And it seems that time is running away from us. This took an entire bag of fertilizer last time. In fact, I wonder if this holds more than 1,000 litres of fertilizer. Very, very possible that, yeah, no, in fact it does. It holds over 1,000 litres of fertilizer. 1,013 in there. Oh, you see, yeah, it does. We have the passenger mod. I'm wondering if there's some interference from that with the setup for manual attach. I may have to remove that specialization and have a play around and just see what happens. So all the remaining fertilizer we have is now in here. Let's back this up. Open that. Nearest waypoint. And away you go. And hopefully it's got enough in here left to finish. Our 7810 is nearing the end of this field now. It's on the 2 headlands, which have actually worked out really, really well as a sort of space for it to turn around in. So I'm quite happy with that. What I'm thinking, though, is rather than moving on to field 3 next, we might take this up to field 1 and get the barley planted. Field 1 is a much bigger field compared to field 3, and it's a higher yield that we'll get on it, and as a field that we can mess around with and maybe take out a rotation a little bit, field 3 is a better choice than field 1. Also, it had soybeans in it last year, so if I actually avoid doing soybeans and we go with sorghum instead on 3 fields, field 3 is not a field that adds a massive amount of extra crop, and that we can muck about with the rotation a little bit next year. I think we're looking at soybeans being a late or sorghum being a late harvest, so that would move on to canola and then wheat or barley next year. So we could always put some spring wheat or some spring barley in it at the point at which we're looking to plant next year. So I don't think it's a massive problem. I think field 3 is probably our better candidate for field to miss out on today. It is, of course, 20 past 3 though, so hopefully this can get field 1 planted today, and we have enough stuff to do it as well, because that's the other big worry. With the 7810 coming up on its final headland, what I can do now though is get us in position with our rollers and start trying to roll the field. We'll follow behind the seeder doing this, and that way we can get started nice and quickly, get a row or 2 going before our seeder finishes the field, and we can then go and move that across. I'm very wary about putting this tractor with these rollers on a hired worker. I don't think it would work. I think it would get in all sorts of muddles if we tried it. So yeah, I'm not gonna try that. I think we're better off not trying to do that. What we can do though is bring this in here behind and get started on rolling it. Look at that, straight in, straight off. And yeah, this is definitely wider than our seeder. Our 7810 is done, so let's oh yep, that's all stopped. Perfect. Start the engine up. And how is our field looking? So in here, yeah, we are fully well, we're fully planted. We are nicely rolling. We've got, where are we? Yep, and it's full of canola. Perfect. Yeah, that barley field is actually slightly bigger. Oh, and you know what? I am going to go and do the canola. We've not got a huge amount. Field 3 is closer, and I think we'll get through that today, whereas field 1, I think, will struggle. We will try and work out the best crop to put in field 1. It's probably going to be something like soybeans. And I don't mind having that nice big cash injection between you know, coming up to harvest. That's always useful. So over to here, field 3. And we've not got a huge amount of fertilizer, so I think we'll pop up to the barn, grab some fertilizer and dump it in. We had one last bag of fertilizer that we can put in, so let's get that done. Yeah, it's sticking to my original plan. We're gonna put canola in here and get that all done. Let's pop out to the hired worker screen We want to create job. Target position, that top corner there. Field position, that corner there. Target is not a field. There we go. So field position there. There we go. Course generator, same course as before. Generator fieldwork course. Nice and instant. Starting in this corner, ending in the top corner. Pretty perfect. Right. Let's fold that back down. Bring up our thing here. And hopefully this will all be enough to get, or this will be enough to just get it to go. Off you go. And yep, away it goes. Right, this needs to go and get the trailer and return to the shed, and the rolling needs to continue. Just turned 5:30. We are about halfway through this field, and yeah, I think even slowing the time down to 5 times, I was about right. We are gonna manage to get field 3 planted today. I have had to alter the fertilizer a little bit, because if we have a look at this, you can see here that our nitrogen level is actually really quite high across most of the field. So we've over fertilized, which is more a waste of fertilizer than anything else. And you can see now where we're doing 140, 160, which is about right for the canola going into at least that part of the field. So I've adjusted that a little bit and got that going. We have this field in pretty good shape. I'm still having to do some massive turns to get around. This end of the field, easy enough to maneuver. You know, we have the space. Other end of the field, not so much. And as I was saying before, and as we had on the other field, we are going to have to do a little bit of cleanup on the headland at the far end. But it's all good otherwise. However, I feel that we've pretty much covered everything I want to cover today. We are going to get field 3 done and dusted, so that will all be planted today. This field, I will probably spend a little bit of time off camera just finishing this off, getting this rolled, and then we'll be in a position where this field is done. I'll roll field 3 as well before the end of the day, and that will mean all of these fields will be done in time for the end of April. And yes, field 1 we will put an alternative crop in because we haven't been able to actually get it done. Let me know in the comments, what crop do you think we should plant in field 1? Seeing as we won't be able to plant the barley in there, let me know down there. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.